Good morning, children. My name is T.Y. Muralidhar, Faculty of English. Welcome to online classes. My dear children, our subject, our world through English, class 7th. Children, today we'll discuss some grammatical points which are useful to learn English course effectively. Yes, my dear children, first we'll start basic things. I hope you know these words, but once again we'll review. Yes, first word. What is a word? What is a word? See the definition. Word is defined as group of letters. Word is defined as group of letters. Example: book, cat, aeroplane, etc. Yes, by this we can understand that word is a group of letters which gives some meaning also. See, without meaning we can't call as a word. Okay, even if we call word, it is not a proper meaning. So that's why word is defined as group of letters with a proper arrangement to get full meaning. Okay, word is very important. With these words only we can frame the sentence. To frame sentence we need words. We need proper words. Okay, children? Now all of you understand word. What is a word? Word is defined as group of letters. Examples: book, cat, aeroplane, etc. Yes, you can say some words or you can write some words like table, elephant, village, town, examination, like that. Yes. Now, our next content is subject. What is a subject? Children, what is a subject? A subject is a part of a sentence. A subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person or thing performing the action in a sentence. See here, a subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person or thing performing the action in a sentence. You see the example: birds fly in the air. What is the subject here? Birds. See here, subject means what we are going to talk, what we are going to discuss. That is called subject. In a sentence, the subject means what we are going to talk, what we are going to say. That is called subject. Subject may be either a single word or group of words. Subject may be either a single word or group of words. See here, subject. Sometimes we are asking, what is your subject? Subject means what we are going to talk. Sir, our subject is English. Sir, our subject is science. That means we are going to talk about science. Likewise, that is the subject. Yes, children? Next. The next word is, what is a predicate? What is a predicate? See here, children. Predicate is the part of a sentence. Predicate is the part of a sentence like subject or clause containing a verb. Predicate is the part of a sentence or clause. Okay, we will learn clause again. First, predicate is the part of a sentence or clause. That means predicate is not only a part of sentence, it is a part of clause. What is clause? We will discuss after. It containing a verb and stating something about the subject. Yes. See the example. Birds fly in the air. Birds fly in the air. Actually, what we are going to talk? We are going to talk about birds. This is called subject. What is predicate? Predicate, this is all complete predicate. predicate is the part of a sentence or clause containing a verb. See, in this part verb is there or not? Children, in this part verb is there or not? Yes, verb is there. And it stating something about the subject. So totally we can say that predicate says something about the subject. What does the subject do? What does the subject do? What is subject? So whatever says to the subject is called predicate. We can give the definition like this. Subject means what we are going to talk. Predicate means says something about the subject. Here what are birds doing? Birds fly in the air. See, but all of you note it down. Predicate must contain a verb. Predicate must contain a verb. And moreover, predicate says something to the subject. Predicate says something to the subject. Something means what does the birds do? What do the birds do? Here what do the birds do? Birds fly in the air. Birds fly in the air. So this predicate stating something about the subject. Yes, my dear children, now we can clear. See another example. The lion roars. The lion roars. Actually what we are going to talk here? What we are going to talk here? We are going to talk about the lion. Our subject is the lion. Generally, subject comes the beginning of the sentence, but only sometimes the subject also comes after the predicate. That we will discuss later. The lion roars. See, what is it? The second part, the first part is subject. Why? Because we are going to discuss what we are going to talk. We are going to talk now the lion. Yes, here what does the lion do? The lion roars. The lion roars. It is a predicate, but only one word is there. So what? If it is a one word, it must be a verb. As per the rule, predicate contains a verb. Predicate contains a verb. If only one word is there in the predicate, that must be a verb. So we called this roars is a verb as well as predicate. Because as per our rule, if it is a one word, that should be verb. Predicate contains verb. Children understand? Once again see, what is subject? Subject means it is a part of sentence. Predicate is also part of sentence. But subject means the person or thing perform the action. That means, so what tells in the sentence. So here either it may be a person or it may be thing or it may be anything. Bird. Here birds fly in the air. Bird subject. The remaining part is called predicate. But sometimes subject is not a single word. Subject may be either single word or plural word. Now coming to the point. See, birds fly in the air. The first part is called subject. The second part is called predicate. See, here only one word is there. That is called subject. Sometimes some group of words are there. For example, birds flying in the air were shot dead. If the sentence like that, big sentence. Here in this case we are talking about only the birds. But in the second case, the birds flying in the air were shot dead. So now in the second part we are talking about the birds flying in the air. We are talking not birds only. We are not talking about only birds. Birds flying in the air. I will write it. Just listen. The second part, see here. The second part, birds flying in the air. birds flying in the air were shot dead. See here. Here, what is the subject here? Not simply birds. Here we are talking only birds. What do the birds do? Birds flying in the air. But we are talking, in the second case, we are talking about birds flying in the air. That means the birds, where are the birds now? Where are the birds now? Birds already in flying. Where are the birds now? Birds already in flying. We are talking about the flying birds. We are talking about flying birds. This is called subject. See, your subject is a single word. Your subject is group of words. Birds flying in the air. We are talking about here flying birds. Where are they flying? They are flying in the air. Then what happened to the subject? Were shot dead. Were shot dead. This is called predicate. This is called predicate. Children, see here the difference between subject and predicate. Subject may be a single word or group of words. What we are going to talk? Here we are going to talk only the birds. But here we are going to talk birds flying in the air. That means flying birds. We are talking about flying birds. Yes, what happened to the flying birds? They were shot dead. That means the birds which are flying were shot dead, means they were killed by somebody. They were killed by somebody. That means shot dead. Okay, this is predicate. See, as per rule, predicate contain verb. Yes, this is were shot dead. Were. Yes, it is a verb. According to rule, predicate contains verb. Okay, children, this is the way of finding subject and predicate. See, children, subject means what we are going to talk. The task may be either a single word or group of words. Here the lion roars. Here again subject is a single word. Here subject is a single word. It is unlike the previous one. Here only one lion, the lion. Here birds flying in the air. Where are the birds now? We are talking about the flying birds. That's why birds flying in the air is called subject. Here remaining part is called predicate. Understand, children? Yes. Now coming to the point. What is a sentence? What is a sentence? See here, children. Actually, when we were in lower classes, so our teachers taught us sentence is a group of words. Sentence is a group of words. But only this meaning is not sufficient to fulfill the definition of a sentence. Sentence is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb, and which gives complete meaning. Which gives complete meaning and starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamatory mark. See here, these are the definitions of sentence. Simply, sentence is not a group of words. See here once again, a sentence is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb, which gives complete meaning, starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamatory mark. Now see the examples. See the first example. Birds fly in the air. Birds fly in the air. See, it contains subject and a verb. See, is there subject? What is the subject here? Very good. What we are talking here? Birds. Subject. See, birds fly in the air. It is a predicate. And predicate, predicate contains verb. Here also, a sentence is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate. We can mention like this, and a predicate. Predicate must contain a verb. Okay, children? Yes, very good. Birds fly in the air. It is a sentence because it contains subject and predicate. In the predicate again it contains verb. So all the conditions fulfilled. So that's why it is called a sentence. It is a sentence. What kind of sentence? That we will discuss later. See the second example. What is your name? What is your name? See, this ended with question. This ended with full stop. See here, what is our rule? Starts with a capital letter. See, is it starts with capital letter? Yes, okay. It is capital letter. It is a capital letter. All the sentences start with capital letter and ends with either a full stop or a question mark or an exclamatory mark. Here the first example ends with full stop. So it is a sentence. Whereas second example ends with question mark. It is also a sentence. Because in the definition of sentence, it may end with a question mark also. So likewise, this what is your name? This part ended with question mark. So it is also called a sentence. No problem. Third one. What a beautiful dress you are wearing. What a beautiful dress you are wearing. See, it is not ended with full stop or question mark. Then what is the symbol? What is the symbol, children? Exclamatory mark. What is exclamatory mark? What does it shows? Exclamatory means a sudden or strong feeling. A sudden or strong feeling with wonder, surprise, a very saddened situation. So like that. What a beautiful dress you are wearing. So how beautiful you are. Alas, he is dead. Like that. A sudden or strong feeling. Either it may be surprise or wonder. Like that. Okay, these three are, what are they? Very good, children. These three are sentences. But these three are not related to one. These three are different sentences. Because the first sentence ended with full stop. The second sentence ended with question mark. Third sentence ended with exclamatory symbol. Though these are ended with different signs, we can say that these are sentences. Now clear, children? And sentences are made up of words. See here. How many words are there? Birds, fly, in, the, air. What is your name? What a beautiful dress you are wearing. That is the children. Okay, children. Once again, see the sentences. Now coming to the point. Praise. What is a praise? What is a praise? See here. A praise is a group of words. Praise is also like sentence, a group of words. But what is the difference between sentence and praise? Which gives meaning but not complete meaning. That is the difference. Whereas in the sentence gives complete meaning. See here, birds fly in the air. It gives full meaning. There is no ambiguity in the sentence. There is no doubt in the sentence. There is no any undoubted part in the sentence. Children, do you understand? Yes, very good. Everybody can understand. Birds fly in the air. What is your name? What a beautiful dress you are wearing. There is no any doubt. See, there is no doubt in the formation of these sentences. But here, praise is a group of words which gives meaning but not complete meaning. And a praise has neither a subject nor a verb. Yes. Neither means it indicates negative. That means a praise does not contain a subject and does not contain a verb like this. Here see, bird subject. Birds subject. The remaining part is predicate. Here there is no subject. See the examples. In a corner. In a corner, we can understand the meaning but not complete meaning. If we say this sentence in front of anybody, in a corner means yes, what is there in the corner? Hey, what are you talking? Are you mad? They will question us. In the east, if we say in the east, yes, what is there in the east? Tell me. So it gives meaning but not complete meaning. It gives meaning but not complete meaning. This kind of a group of words called phrases, not sentences. See, there is no subject. Here what we are going to talk? In a corner. We are not talking about corner. And moreover, it completes sentence. It gives meanings, it complete. If we fill something in a corner, the boy sat in a corner. The boy sat in a corner. If we keep the boy, then we can understand that it is a sentence. Why? Because the boy is a subject. The boy sat. The boy is a subject. Sat is a verb. Up to the boy is a subject. Sat in a corner is a predicate. Sat in a corner is a predicate. And it is no verb. It has no verb. See, there is no verb in a corner. No subject, no verb. Same like that second person. In the east, this also no clarity. But if we keep the sun rises in the east, then we can understand that it is a full sentence because the sun is a subject, rises in the east is a verb. Okay, children? Yes. This is the difference between sentence and phrase. Phrase is also a group of words which gives meaning, not complete meaning. And moreover, it does not contain subject and does not contain verb like sentences. Sentences contain subject and predicates, but it does not contain subject and verbs. It is unlike sentence. Phrase is different from sentence. Okay, children, have you understood? Okay, we'll continue in the next class. Okay, please once again go through these grammatical points. If any doubt, rise in the next class. Bye, see you.